in silence at church every Sunday. Although it won't be possible to recreate the exact atmosphere, I hope you can find a corner of solitude for a few minutes. The entire reading should take about 20 minutes, if you choose to do so. It can be longer if you need it to. I encourage you not to rush anything and to sit as comfortable as possible, but not in a way that will make you want to fall asleep. You might want to light a candle, so please prepare that beforehand. There will also be time for communion. Feel free to participate by preparing some bread and wine for yourself. You'll also need a timer and perhaps a pair of earphones. Other than that, I hope this helps in a time of need, and feel free to return to this message as often as you need. It will stay online for 7 days, but if you press Save Event, you will be able to access it indefinitely. Grace and peace, Jaco. Whatever is foreseen in joy must be lived out from day to day. Vision held open in the dark by our 10,000 days of work. Harvest will fill the barn, for that the hand must ache and the face must sweat. Yet no leaf or grain is filled by work of ours. The field is tilled and left to grace, that we may reap. Great work is done while we're asleep, and when we work well, a Sabbath mood rests on our day and finds it good. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 6. One handful of peaceful repose is better than 2 fistfuls of worried work, which is just more spitting into the wind. Prediker 4 vers 6. Doch is 'n hand vol met rus beter as 2 hande vol met moeite en 'n gejaag na wind. When Moses becomes weary leading his people through their trials in the desert, God tells him, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Jesus tells his disciples, "Come to me, all who toil and all who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." For Moses and Jesus, rest is a special ointment, a balm for the heavy heart. Jesus, for whom nothing was impossible, did not offer 7 secret coping strategies to get work done faster, or 9 spiritual stress management techniques to enhance our effectiveness. Instead, he offered the simple practice of rest as a natural, nourishing, and essential companion to work. "Learn from me," he invited, "and you will find rest for your souls." When we think of Jesus, we often think of him teaching, healing, or being approached by hordes of sick or possessed people who sought his touch. But Jesus would just as often send people away, or disappear without warning, dismissing those in need with neither excuse nor explanation, and retreat to a place of rest. Jesus did not wait until everyone had been properly cared for, until all who sought him were healed. He did not ask permission to go, and nor did he leave anybody behind, on call, so to say, or even let his disciples know where he was going. Jesus obeyed a deeper rhythm, and sometimes he would take his disciples with him. He would say, "Come away to a deserted place, all by yourselves, and rest for a while," he would tell them. He did not wait until they had completed all their work. He invited them to rest in the middle of their busyness, when they had no leisure even to eat. One translation of the biblical phrase, "to pray," is translated as "to come to rest." When Jesus prayed, he was at rest, nourished by the healing spirit that saturates those still, quiet places. In the Jesus tradition, prayer can be a practice of simply being in the presence of God, allowing the mind to rest in the heart. This can help us begin to understand one aspect of Sabbath time, which is a period of repose when the mind settles gently into the heart. Who is it that can make the muddy water clear? But if it is allowed to remain still, it would gradually become clear of itself. The invitation to rest is rooted in an inaudible spiritual gravity that allows all things to rest and to settle, to find their place. There comes a moment in our striving when more effort actually becomes counterproductive, when our frantic busyness only muddies the water of our wisdom and our understanding. My Lord God, will you answer my unspoken prayers and make it as clear as day how to follow you and what you have in store for me? All I want to do is to live closer and closer to you. Amen. The table of bread is now to be made ready. It is the table of company with Jesus and all who love him. It is a table of sharing with the poor of the world with whom Jesus identified himself. And it is a table of communion with the earth in which Christ became incarnate. So come to this table, you who have much faith, and you who would like to have more. You who have been here often, and you who have not been here for a long time. You who have tried to follow Jesus, and also you who have failed. Come, for it is Christ himself who invites us to meet him here tonight. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders that he has shown you. and may He bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.